education. You know, sometimes we don't realize the magnitude, you know, of this event like this. You know, I thought about this when they asked me to come. You know, I spent some time alone and thought about this. And one of the things that came to mind, and it kept on coming back to me, it says, we provided an opportunity for our people. The faculty, the college, our leaders, and everybody that support our school. We provided an opportunity for our people to find themselves. What does that mean? To find that Anishinaabe inside. These people today that are graduating are taking us up to another level in our growth, our continual growth as a nation. And when they step up for this occasion, they bring along that wisdom, that knowledge, that strength. And they're setting an example for those young kids that are yet to come. This is something that we haven't had for such a long time. But today, we can do it because we can. And I want to thank the parents of these students for supporting them. These students overcame tremendous odds to achieve what they're achieving here today.
Well, good morning everybody and welcome to the Red Lake Nation College graduation ceremony for 2012. Here to acknowledge all of our visitors and special guests. Would like it if you please stand as your name or your group is called. We do have the Red Lake Nation Board of Trustees. Let's see, who did I all see? I saw Junior Haltusen, I saw Rachel, and I had a little thing come up and then I just got bugged out a little bit, came back in, so I'm not exactly sure. Do we have other Board of Trustees? Del, where are you? Okay. All right, and then we do like one welcome of other visitors. We have Larry Anderson from the Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College, and where are you, Larry? Okay, good deal. We're a satellite of the Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. All of our graduates, their credits come from there, and which allows them to transfer seamlessly to other higher education institutions. We have Dr. Don Day, the Director of American Indian Resources at Bemidji State University. Where are you, Don? I saw you earlier. Okay. And Dr. Jenny Carney and the Beverly Rogers, other staff from the Leech Lake Tribal College, welcome. And our Red Lake Nation College may be joined with them. We'll know mid-summer whether we'll be moving from Fond du Lac to Leech Lake to be a satellite and still have our credits. We'll transfer to other accredited educational institutions. We've got our administrative team, our President Dan, our academic dean Stephen, our development director, Eugene Parker MacArthur, we've got Nikki, our recruitment person, we've got Lori Netto. They're all working hard on making this shift in the best interest of the students. And let's see, we've got tribal council members here today. I see our tribal chairman, Mr. Floyd Buck-Jourdain. See, I saw Richard Barrett earlier. Welcome. I got your name right this year. And let's see, how about Jigs Kingbird, newly elected representative from Panema? You must be out there busy working. And we have hereditary chiefs here, Jim Loud, Sam Smith. All right, there are any others that I missed. Can't see them, I'm getting used to some new glasses here. At any rate, moving along, we have the faculty and staff. Oh, Judy May, where are you? We're going to see you stand up there. Sorry about that. Welcome. Okay, moving along to the Red Lake Nation College faculty and staff. Would you all stand? And the students. Our president, I saw Tawana over here. Jerry Loud. Okay, and we've got Brady Brandy over here, the Red Lake Gaming CEO. Welcome back, and welcome back twice. And Annette Johnson, CFO with Red Lake Gaming. Good to see you, Annette. She's a former DSU student. Remember when I worked there, she was always on the dean's list. Boy, what a student. Roland Hill here from gaming. And Jerry Loud, New Beginnings. Welcome, all of you. So great to see all these successful Red Lake Nation enrollees. Going to have a lot more with the graduates here. I see Linda Baduke here from Indian Health Service. Good to see you. It's a lot of hard work for these students. Yesterday at graduation practice, I was quipping and said the tassel is worth the hassle, and you know there's more truth than fiction to that. Really a lot of hassle, but you know it's a lot of hard work for you students. All that studying, all that listening, all that.
We need to give all of our graduates a big round of applause right now. And just like we have our 14 graduates, we also have in here a good 250 or 300 people. And so there's been a lot of supporters for these students. And so I think that's one of the powers or the strengths of our tribe is the strong family bonds and the support systems that we have. That's what's kept our tribe going all these years. And so we need to thank the friends and family members of all of our graduates and really all of our students who helped keep them in college and get them here. So let's give all the families and friends a big round of applause. But we also have everything we have to do so that we can get accredited and improve the quality of our college. And they have been very supportive in doing everything they can to try to get us a new campus, which is going to cost millions of dollars. So for all of that, they give 150% in supporting education. So I'd like all the tribal council, the hereditary chiefs, and the gaming people to stand up, and let's give them a big round of applause. Because that is so true that really none of us would be here if that didn't happen. Before we start the program, I just wanted to give everybody a couple of quick updates. We've been talking a lot about this new campus, and there's a plan for the front of the new campus. We did a lot of research, put a lot of effort, did a one-year plan in progress. So I think this would be a truly incredible tribal college once we get to it. So, but while we're in the stages right now of financially looking at trying to do this, we're trying to find every way to do it, either this year or next year, next spring. But we're still working on these plans, and we'll keep you posted on what's happening. The other update is we're looking for basketball players. Next fall, we're looking at having a club men's basketball team, and we already have a coach. If you want to stand up, it's Gerald Kimber, one of our scout players. So one of our legendary players from here from the tribe. He's going to help us get this team going, and we're going to have a limited schedule the first year. Our home court's going to be the Humanities, which is going to be fixed up this summer by the tribe, and it's going to be like a brand new court. So we're going to be looking for players though, and you have to be a full-time student in order to play on a team, or at least a student. So we're working on this, and so keep posting and go talk to Nikki or Lori if you know people who should be on this team. You know, before I give a short presentation and a graduation message, we need to publicly recognize a few of our staff that Marina mentioned earlier. But we have a small gift for our staff. So after I read your name, if you could come on up. And Marina, could you come up here and help me hand these out? It's our key staff who work for the tribal college. And we're very proud of all of them. And the first one is and once I call your name, you can come up to the stage. We're very proud of our academic dean, who's a tribal member, has an MBA, and has done a ton of work, and is really doing several jobs. Most other colleges have like teams of people, maybe working for accreditation of liberal arts and vocational education.
No, not you. Did you?
Yeah, I'm gonna, when I go there and give people help.
And he's really committed to the college and said he wants to make this his last job. And so let's give a big round of applause, and if you could come up, our academic dean, Stephen Standing Cloud. If you could stay up here, Stephen. And the next person we wanted to recognize is the heart and soul of our college. She's like a second mom to a lot of our students. She has a great heart and is a great administrator, does all the planning for our events. And she also has said she wants to make this her last stop as well. Our Director of Student Services and Financial Aid, Lori Netto. She wants to step out. She's kind of shy, but we have a gift for her. Oh, there she is. She's coming up. Okay. Come on up, Lori.
Hello.
The next person we wanted to recognize is someone who is the former chairman of the White Earth Tribe. We're very fortunate to have him. He helps us with a lot of strategic planning, has helped us bring in millions in financing for our master plans. He's working very hard on grants and finding new money for the tribe, new private revenue streams. And he also said he wants to make this, and I think that's pretty impressive, that everyone wants to stay here for a long time. Make it his last stop as well. And that's Eugene Bugger MacArthur, our Director of Development. All right, our next person we want to recognize is a person who actually has 2 jobs in her title even. It's our recruitment and retention counselor, who she adds a personal touch, and her job is recruiting people and then getting them to stay here, recruitment and retention. Last year we had 102 students in the fall, and that was our highest amount ever. And next year we're shooting for 135 to 140 students for the fall semester. And also, she has no plans to leave us, and we're not gonna let her leave us, is our recruitment and retention director. Our counselor is Geraldine Nikki Jordan. Come on up, Nikki. Be careful with them heels, they look kind of high. Thanks, Nikki. And our next person is, like everyone else, she has many jobs. She does office tasks. She runs errands. She's a great cook. She does a lot of stuff for us over there. Whatever it takes, she'll do it without complaint. So that's one of our first Red Lake Nation College graduates as well, is our office manager, Mary Head. Come on up, Mary. So really, everybody that you see up here, once Mary gets up here, these are really the anchors of our college. And if they didn't put in extra time and extra work and go above and beyond and try to do 2 and 3 jobs, with such a limited staff, there's no way we'd be able to make the progress we've been. So let's give them a round of applause. You gotta stay up here for 1 sec. We have 2 retiring instructors who we wanted to bring up here. And the first one is someone who has almost 50 years in education and 23 years of teaching here up in Red Lake. So she's made it her whole lifetime commitment to teaching in Indian country. She's done a great job for us, and she's at the point where she's retiring, and she's been one of our workhorses. She's taught 2, 3, 4 classes at a time, so we're gonna have a hard time replacing her. But she's been an instructor, a superintendent, a principal, and so if you could come up is one of our instructors, Carol Ham. And the next one is actually not here today, but we wanted to mention his name. He's retiring from our youth as our youth build manager, and he's done a great job over there. Had about 40 years of experience in higher education and vocational training, and he's actually still going to be teaching for us though at the college part-time. But that is Garnett Rocky Mountain. So let's give Rocky a hand. All righty, big witch, everybody. Thank you for coming on. For us, and it's for students who have outstanding leadership, citizenship, and they're planning to continue their education. So in that scholarship, they've always awarded it to students, but this year is the first time we've ever awarded it to 2 students. So the winners of the Paul Bunyan Communication Student of the Year Scholarship Award for this year for the Red Lake Nation College are Charmaine Anderson and Charlene Anderson. Come on up. All right, Big Witch. Let's give a big round of applause to the Anderson family. As we mentioned, we're very proud of the fact that we do have a family college here in Red Lake. And I don't know if we realize how lucky we are to have that. There's only 38 tribal colleges in the country, and they're unique because we serve our community, we focus on language, culture, and really helping our tribal members in a very personal, special way. And we're all related, we're all relatives. So I think that's a very special thing that we really should be treasuring. And so I have a short message I wanted to give to our graduating students. And I think it's one of the most important lessons, the couple of most important lessons that I've learned in my lifetime. And the first one is, I would like to tell students to dream from their hearts and to set specific goals. Because we all have dreams that we think about in our lives, things we want, some things that are inside of us. But oftentimes, we don't take any action, we just think about it. And what I'm telling our students is to don't just dream, to make it happen. Because it took me a while to understand that concept and to really actually live it out and to shoot for a scout and hit. So remember that as you move forward. Miigwech. Okay, now we're getting to the really good stuff, where we have some awards to give. And the first one is, so maybe we can have our helpers come up here. We have a president's list to give. So could we have maybe Nikki and Lorena come up and help us? We'll have to get her that chair up here. While they're getting ready, actually, I see our tribal chairman right here. So if we could, maybe ask our tribal chairman to come up, and if you wanted to say just a couple words to the students. Let's give our tribal chairman a big round of applause.
It's good to see everybody. Oh, thank you, Mr. President, and students, everybody. I really don't know what to say. I'm just kind of really blown away by all of this today. There's like an all-star cast of Red Lakers out here. You know, it's really something to see. But I know from the tribe, all I can say about leadership and education is that, you know, if you see a tribe that is progressing and they're doing a lot of really good things, it's because they're surrounding themselves with good people. They're going out and they're getting the, you know, the people who can make a difference, and they're utilizing their skills and their abilities for the betterment of everybody. Because as tribal leaders, we listen to the people and we get their thoughts, their hopes, their dreams, what they would like to see. And then we go out and we get the people who make us look good. So I want to say to the tribal college, the president and all of his staff, the students, congratulations on today, and also the board. I know they have a College Nation board too that sits down and does some stuff too, and I want to thank all of you for your efforts. The Tribal Council is supportive of education, and it's something that we think is important. We have to be thinking about the future. Next year will be 150 years since the signing of the Old Crossing Treaty out in Red Lake Falls. I went out there about 3 weeks ago with one of the board members, Billy May, and one of our elders here, Fabian Strong. And for 2 weeks, 1,600 Indians met out there. And they negotiated with the first governor of the state of Minnesota, Alexander Ramsey, and the United States government. And we seeded 11 million acres for 50 cents an acre. And just several months before that, there was nearly 400 Dakota Sioux that were rounded up and charged, and most of their sentences were stayed, but 38 Dakota Sioux were hanged down in Mankato, Minnesota. And this is when the push settlers were moving into this area. It was scary times for our tribe, for our leaders, and imagine their reality every day of waking up and wondering what they're going to do. You know, we have to preserve something for our people. We have to make the right decision because we have to look at the future. So every July 6th, we acknowledge and commemorate the 1889 agreement here, where we held intact our sovereignty and our land base and our unity as a tribe. But we don't talk enough about 1863 and Old Crossing. I know Duty May is here, Donald May, he's our in-house tribal council treaty expert. He's done a lot of work on Old Crossing, and next year we want to do something out there at Red Lake Falls to commemorate that 150 years. The Red Lake Band and Turtle Mountains, we just met with them this last year. And the Red Lake and Pembina bands, they went west, they ended up in Turtle Mountains, and then some of them took off and ended up in Rocky Boy. So we want to contact those tribes and meet at Red Lake Falls, camp out, have some ceremonies, and have a powwow out there, and just to commemorate that 150 years. I'm sure you know about from your classes you've taken about Old Crossing. If not, you know, it'd be something I encourage you, because this is just the beginning of your educational career. The band needs you. We need our educational experts. And the other thing, I want to put one final pitch in for us for the tribal college. The Viking Stadium, and everybody was calling their Congress people, and you know, we need the stadium, we need to keep the Vikings, we need a whatever, you know, and I was saying, well, give us a Super Bowl then. I've been waiting since I was 3 years old. But it shouldn't come at the expense of Indian gaming. So tribes, the state wants to take Indian gaming away from tribes. And we gave 11 million acres at 50 cents an acre, you know, just over $500,000. Isn't that enough? You think it would be, you know, to the state of Minnesota. And so we're pushing for our own tribal college. The reason why I raise this is because some of the tribal council members are kind of in that same kind of mindset right now. Should we pursue this? This is a lot of money. Should we borrow this money? How long will it take to pay it off? I encourage you to call your district representative, call the treasurer, call the secretary, and say support this, because this is our future. This college has to happen, and we elected you to look out for our future. Thank you.
Meet Wicks, the chairman, that's very well said. That's exactly what we need to do. Alrighty, what we're going to do now is give out some awards who are for the president's list, and it's in the insert in the program. And these are for students who, for fall semester, had a 3.75 to 4.0 GPA. So almost a perfect GPA. And some of them actually did have a perfect GPA. So what we'll do is we'll call you up, and then if you come up and see Lorena, and is Rachel Donnell out there? Rachel out there? Rachel, you want to come up too? Rachel Donnell is one of our board members, so if we want to give Rachel a round of applause. And Rachel can help us award these certificates. So the first one is from Liberal Arts, Shana Clark. Shana Clark. And if they're not here, we'll just give them a round of applause. Also Liberal Arts, Linda Lusher. Linda Lusher, come on up. And we're proud of Linda. I think she was one of those with the 4.0. And also from Liberal Arts, Rose Lusher. Rose Lusher, come on up. From our new small business entrepreneurship program is Tim Netto. Tim Netto. Also from Liberal Arts, Stuart Sumner. Okay, that's your president's list. So if we could have our academic dean, Stephen Standing Cloud, come up, and he will announce the his folks for the dean's list.
Thank you, Dan. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? I welcome you to this year's Dean List Award Ceremony for the 2011-2012 graduation and school year. My name is Stephen Standing Cloud. I'm the academic dean. I've been working for the Red Lake Nation College for over a year now, and I am a Red Lake band member who's come back and forth to the tribe for the past 12 years to work for the tribe. And it's my honor to work with Red Lake Nation College and Dan King, and I enjoy my job so much. I mentioned to Dan one day, so I don't even want to leave here. So anyway, this is my first time to give any kind of lengthy remarks at the Red Lake Nation College Dean List Awards portion of our graduation program. And depending on the kind of reaction I get from you all, it might be my last. And I'm also sorry for having to be reading my statements to you today, as I recall Barbara MacArthur telling me, dude, you ramble. And you probably dye your hair. But it's an honor to be announcing this year's Dean List recipients and who have earned a GPA of 3.0 to 3.74. And I believe that high grades are an important factor for college success, and that grades motivate students to achieve and stay motivated to keep their GPAs throughout their college career. Now, building good grades means having a good start in a chosen career and future in what better reference in a job search than a transcript documenting a Dean List status. And therefore, good grades typically have a positive correlation to successful individuals. And for this reason, we will see more of these individuals in the future. as they will be and are the future leaders of the Red Lake Nation. And I want to also start off by recognizing others who have helped motivate these individuals. And each of our awardees has a network of friends, family, fellow students, not to mention the faculty and staff who have worked to support and idolize. So finally, I can take us into the part of our award ceremonies with enthusiasm and excitement for this year's recipients. Let us therefore happily recognize and celebrate the awards we are bestowing this afternoon. With that, I want to begin in alphabetical order, calling up our awardees. First one is Robert Olio, Liberal Arts. Gerald Keith Blue, Liberal Arts. Benjamin Bonga, Small Business Entrepreneurial Program. Michael Bonnell, Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Sharon Jackson, the Liberal Arts. Deborah Johnson, Liberal Arts. Becky Jourdain, Liberal Arts. Mark Jourdain, Liberal Arts. Alexander King, Liberal Arts. Natasha Kingberg, Liberal Arts. Luana Lasley, Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Marilyn Little Creek, Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Ara Lucier, Liberal Arts. Ramona Lucier, Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Rose Lucier, Liberal Arts. Laura May, Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Barbara Mishina, Liberal Arts. Alexander Neto, Liberal Arts. Robert Neto Jr., Liberal Arts. Timothy Neto, Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Yvette Neto, Liberal Arts. Phyllis Norcross, Liberal Arts. Beverly Pemberton, Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Robert Pendleton Jr., Small Business Entrepreneurship Program. Robin Pemberton, Liberal Arts. Stephanie Pemberton, Liberal Arts. Michelle Reynolds, Liberal Arts. Leah Smith, Liberal Arts. Rex Strong Jr., Liberal Arts. Stuart Sumner, Liberal Arts. And Robin Webb. Thank you. Let's give everybody a great round of applause for their contributions here today.
All right, be quick, Stephen. Yeah, we'll bring you back for next year too, Stephen. Good job. All right, next on the agenda, and I do need to mention to the presenters here that we have to use the right-click thing here on the computer, so we have to use it right now. Our first presenter, and what a lot of graduation ceremonies do is with guest speakers. Well, since we have a smaller group of students, we've asked for volunteers, so we have actually 5 speakers. Chris Reyes will not be here, he was number 2 on the list. But we asked 5 students to come and talk about their goals and their dreams and what they want to do.